Good evening, folks. Welcome to another installment of the Daily Wiretap for the evening of April 10th, 2017. As always, I am your host, Amiibo Jason, and this is not a drill, folks. Again, I repeat, this is not a drill. We have confirmation of a Nintendo Direct. So in lieu of our typical broadcast every evening, we're going to be speculating about what this Nintendo Direct could be and what we hope to see. So without further ado, let's take a look and see what we know. Early this morning, Nintendo took to Twitter to tweet out the official announcement about the Nintendo Direct. Again, this takes place on Wednesday, April 12th at 3 p.m. Pacific Time or 6 p.m. Eastern Time. According to the tweet, this will focus heavily on the game ARMS and the game Splatoon 2. However, it does say there is going to be some 3DS content in there as well, which is making us speculate what could that 3DS content be. In a perfect world, we would love to see a Splatoon title come over to the 3DS in some extent. However, it might not necessarily make the most business sense for Nintendo to make that move, as they want to push as many Nintendo fans over to the Switch as they possibly can right away. So I don't know if that's something that we're going to see, but perhaps we might see some extent of ARMS coming over to the 3DS. We do know Nintendo is also working on a Pikmin title for the 3DS as well, so that might be something that we could take a look at as well. Now, when we tweeted this out this morning, the most common thing that we saw in the comment section was, "Oh my god, it's gonna be Cloud, Corrin, and Bayonetta, it's finally happening." I don't think that's happening. If we take a look at this critically, Nintendo promised that we're going to have a big E3 this year. A game like Super Smash Bros. On the Switch would make much more sense to show off at their main event at E3. So as hard as it might be, our recommendation to you would be don't hold your breath. However, if you are looking for a new amiibo, our biggest guess that we can give you right now is that we will probably see some new form of Splatoon 2 amiibo. And the biggest hint that we got so far was at the Chicago Switch event that we attended. There was a gigantic pink squid amiibo on display. Now keep in mind, we've only seen 2 squid amiibos so far. We've seen a green one, and we've seen an orange one. The pink one has yet to be announced. So either this is just a statue, it was only meant to be a display piece, or Nintendo was giving us a hint at what to expect from Splatoon 2 amiibo. I think the biggest mistake Nintendo could make would be to make another reskin of the amiibos that we already saw. So if they do release this pink squid amiibo, we would hope that instead of an Inkling girl and an Inkling boy, we got something somewhat different. Personally, I have been holding my breath for a Judd amiibo for far too long. Please, Nintendo, make this happen. Also on the Splatoon front, we're also imagining we're going to get a firm release date on this. We're hoping it's going to be sometime in the early summer. We don't want to wait too long. But if you remember back when Splatoon 1 first came out, we did have multiple sessions in the global test fire, so we might be getting confirmation that there's going to be a second global test fire in the coming weeks. I think that would be absolutely amazing, as the first one blew our socks off. And finally, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for Nintendo to announce some sort of special edition for Splatoon 2. Splatoon has just this fan base that would crave some sort of amazing memorabilia, so announcing a special edition or a limited edition wouldn't be outside of something Nintendo could announce. Personally, my money would be on seeing some sort of special edition Joy-Con controllers, maybe something that would be like a neon pink and a neon green. That would be an absolutely awesome way to commemorate this brand new game. Next up, let's talk the next big game coming from Nintendo, ARMS. ARMS is due out before Splatoon 2, so we're expecting to see it sometime in spring, and yes, we are going to be focusing a lot on that in the Nintendo Direct as well. Now, the biggest thing we're expecting to see, other than a release date, which we're guessing has to be announced during this event as it's coming up so darn quick, would be the inclusion of, hopefully, more fighters. At the moment, ARMS only has 5 fighters, which seems pretty darn light for a full-fledged fighting game, so we're hoping to see some additional characters announced. The other thing that we're hoping to see, but we're not necessarily going to be completely sold that it's going to happen, is hopefully the inclusion of ARMS amiibo. From the moment ARMS was first announced, we've seen the Nintendo fan community just gravitate towards these characters, so we're hoping we're going to see some sort of official amiibo release for some of them at least. Nintendo could do something as simple as unlocking certain items via amiibo, or they could go as far as they did in Super Smash Bros. And having full-on amiibo fights. The last thing that I think could potentially happen would be the announcement of a demo of some sort for this game, or maybe even something like a global test fire like we saw with Splatoon. Something to get the fans excited before they actually go and purchase this game. We did have the opportunity to play ARMS at the Chicago Switch event. We had an absolute blast with it, so we think that doing something very similar to like they did with Splatoon and giving people the opportunity to pick this game up would be in Nintendo's best interests. But again, these are our thoughts, these are our speculations on what we think might happen. We'd love to hear what you guys think too, so leave a comment down below, let us know what you're hoping to see during the Nintendo Direct on Wednesday. Thanks for stopping by for another installment, and we will be back with another episode tomorrow. See you guys then. Bye.